Ashes in Oklahoma City at the Women's College World Series, a rematch of the championship series last year that saw Oklahoma sweep Texas for its fourth straight title. Now they meet in the winner's bracket this year. Not an elimination game, but just as important, 85% of the past champions have started the World Series at 2-0, and both teams have the chance to do that today. Oklahoma and Texas, we are getting set to go. Fired up for this one. Courtney Lau alongside former SEC Player of the Year Madison Shipman, two-time National Player of the Year Danielle Laurie. I love that we have a rivalry game at the World Series. What's the best part of having Texas-Oklahoma right now?
Well, I feel like when these two teams match up, there are always fireworks. But I think it's significant, too, the fact that Oklahoma swept Texas earlier this year. And there were a lot of question marks surrounding Texas and their pitching staff heading into the postseason. Well, Tegan Kavan put all those question marks away in the first start in this World Series.
And national title. Take a look at this series. It's really interesting. This will be the 8th NCAA tournament meeting. Oklahoma has beaten Texas every time at the World Series. Texas has never beaten them here on this stage.
Well, and they're looking for a little bit of redemption today here in this Red River Rivalry matchup. I'm going to say that a couple of times, and I'll probably end up messing it up, but Ella Parker with her walk-off.
The opposite way, and that's a fair ball. Henry had to hold on it, so she goes to third, and it's runners on the corners with one out.
Great job, Mia Scott with 2 strikes. Just being able to put this in play off the end of the bat. But watch Cassidy Pickering. She's going to do it deep. She's going to pretend like she's caught this, which makes Kaden Henry have to hold. If she doesn't do this, Henry easily scores. We just talked about her speed. This is a ball that she can score on easily. Nice heads up by Cassidy Pickering in left.
Now chance for Reese Atwood. And another throw down, and that's going to allow Henry to come in and score. Scott will motor around to third. And Texas, with speed on the bases, generates a run.
I think that's what this Texas team has to do to compete with this strong Oklahoma team, is they've got to create some chaos for this Oklahoma defense. So the takeoff, first and third situation. Immediately, as soon as the throw goes down, Henry takes off toward home. Albayani, the throw is going to float a little bit, so Emmerling is not able to grab that in. That allows Mia Scott to advance all the way.
Words that start to come out of their mouth.
And a core, and Mia Scott at third base. Already write her down for the all-defensive team at the World Series.
Best third baseman here in Oklahoma City. Why? Look at the drop step. It's all about the react, going straight back. There's a good 10 feet. She covers to save her pitcher. What do we say? It's not about the swing and miss when you got the D behind you, like Mia Scott.
That was on the dirt making that play. Here's Kaden Henry, and she swats one deep down the line, and she yanks it out for a home run. Just her 4th of the season, and Texas is back on top.
We talk about the versatility of Kaden Henry. I mean, she got on base, first inning, came around to score. She had that stolen base. Holly Rowe talked about her speed, how ridiculously fast she is on the base pass. But we also talked about the ability for her to stand in. Look at this changeup. She recognizes it in the bat speed. In fact, her legs get ahead of her hands, but her hands are just as quick as her feet. She gets this thing out of here before she's even out of the box.
This is a fun one. We're loving it out here.
Oh, there's a home run ball delivery to Mama. After Kaden Henry's solo blast, I don't know if we can call it that. It was
a blast off the bat.
Down. That one rifles over the head of Atwood, and Malloy at third base, 60 feet away from tying it up with one out. And these are the kinds of moments that Texas has to weather. If they want to take down the Sooners, and Reese Atwood recognizes that, and the veteran will go out.
And I think they're going to talk a little bit about the defense. The middle infielders were in, the corners were in. Understanding the gravity of the situation with just one out, the runner at third. Everybody needs to be on the same page.
Catchers around the country are rejoicing right now. This is the job, not just as the backstop, but as one of the quarterbacks, keeping everybody together.
No coach in that circle. Nope. It's your peers.
Can they get over this hurdle? Time and time again, the Sooners knock them off and sometimes knock them out. In for a strike from Kaden, and she shows some sass in the circle.
Reese Atwood, one of the best in the business at setting up that strike zone, holding that so that she gets that and steals that strike. Chris Snavers behind the dish calling the strike three. Massive out for Kaden.
An assist to Atwood, her catcher. That's the 5th for Tegan. And now it's up to Abby Dayton to try and get that tying run in against the Texas fight. Could not hold on to that, and now they'll tag out Dayton on a third strike to end the inning. And Patty Gasso will come argue that was a foul tip that was dropped.
It was a foul tip, which is why Abby Dayton didn't run. It's honestly right why Reese Atwood did not immediately react when she dropped it. She was mad at herself for dropping it. She holds on to it. It's strike three, and it's an out.
Rise ball.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she had it in the glove, and it popped out. I don't think the home plate umpire thought that she dropped it.
We have a foul ball. Foul ball. The count's 2-2.
Well, I think Kaden knew it too. She saw it pop out of the glove. So Dayton stays in there. Texas, they had all left the field. They will trot back out. Again, Tia Malloy, the pinch runner down there at third, trying to tie it up for the Sooners.
You guys, we've had a lot of Oklahoma games this year, and we've seen double-digit pitch at-bats that Dayton will force a pitcher to do.
Just lots of foul balls.
5 straight for Dayton, including the one that was dropped.
Can Kaden overcome that with Atwood and the drop third strike?
Well, this is where Reese is trying to keep her focus and make sure that, look, you cannot make a mistake. When I call this pitch, it's got to be here. You have to stay, not just with your pitches, but also the location.
Freshman All-American last year. Remember the All-World Series team. She was lights out. Kaden's 2-2. Pops it up. Scott, does she have room? In foul territory. She's got it. Snow cones it, but holds on. And Kaden works out of the jam.
Love the way that Atwood is going to go out and talk to her sophomore catcher. They induce the pop-up, and Mia Scott able to get under it to get the third out of the inning with the Sooner at
The winner's bracket Saturday showdown. The last time Texas beat Oklahoma in state, 2014. The last time they beat them at the World Series, never. A one-run lead with at least one more set of swings per side. Here's Joley Mitchell, 5, 6, and 7 against Sam Landry. Joley on a 7-game hitting streak. It's in jeopardy right now. She's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout.
It's been way out in front of that changeup. Sam Landry's been giving her a big dose of it all her at-bats.
Oh, by the way, in the top of the 7th, Oklahoma will bring up Pickering, Parker, and Nellie Mack.
Of course they will.
Of course.
7th inning.
Wouldn't have
Giant
any other
rivalry
way.
game. We scripted this.
Mitchell gets a hold of one, launches that, and Joley Mitchell has her 3rd home run of this World Series. And a big bonus on the scoreboard for Texas.
Remember, we talked about this. Joley Mitchell loves to get up in the front of the batter's box. We don't see anyone here in Oklahoma City get in the front of the batter's box. That's been Joley Mitchell. She hit 2 home runs back on Thursday. Look at, because she's up in the front, she gets on top of the rise ball. This is a pitch. If she's middle to back, it's out of the zone and she pops it up. But because she's at where she's at, she meets it as long as she gets on time, which she does. 17th home run. Mitchell, see where she's at. That front foot gets to the very top. You will not see another hitter here unless they're a slapper. Get up there. Be able to stay on top of that pitch that, by the way, struck her out her first at bat. Adjustments being made in game.
Prior to the semis was 2021 against James Madison. Oh, by the way, they came back to beat JMU twice in the semis and win the title that year. They are down a pair. This time around, it's in the top of the 7th, so looking to tie it up or grab the lead as Tegan Kavan tries to shut the door and get the Longhorns one of the biggest wins in school history. They have never beaten Oklahoma at the World Series. Pickering and Parker, the 2 All-Americans, the first 2 to face her. From Kavan. And will come to the plate with 1 out. And a base hit for McEnroe Marinas. They pass the bat again.
We talk so much about barreling the ball up, and Oklahoma usually does that so well, but sometimes it's the miss-hits that find their way. Be able to get another base runner here for Oklahoma.
Tyler going to pinch run now for... Struck her out. 2 down. And Texas is an hour away from exercising the demon.
Gabby Garcia strikes herself out on this pitch, expands the zone. Look at the way this is a screwball going away, and that is a great pitch to a lefty. So elevated pitches earlier in the account. This one's elevated, but it runs away from Gabby Garcia. A massive strikeout for Kavan.
Second at-bat of the day for Hannah Core, who popped up her first time in there.
2 pitches called in the top of the zone. Sydney Barker frustrated. She struck out on the rise ball. So in her mind right now, covering this bat, she's singing, see the ball down. Don't swing at anything up in the zone. Excuse me, Hannah Core, that's her approach to this at-bat.
Got her! And Texas finally gets it done against Oklahoma at the World Series. Beating the Sooners for the first time at Oklahoma City.
And how about Tegan Kavan in the 7th inning? Hits a batter, gives up a hit, but 3 strikeouts to get out of the jam. Kavan, the sophomore, has been fabulous at the World Series. 16 swing and miss here against the Sooners, against a team that does not swing and miss a lot and does not strike out very often.
You guys, I got over the hump. I mean, this wasn't a hump. This was a mountain. This was Everest for this Texas team. Mike White told us, a lot of times you deny it. He said, when it is Oklahoma on the other team's jersey, we are mentally challenged. They have now done something they have not done since Mike White has been at Texas, since this team has competed in the World Series, and they have done it here today against a really good Oklahoma team.
Atwood hangs on to strike 3. And Texas gets the win, and they are into the national semifinals on Monday, needing 1 win to get back to the championship series. For the preseason #1 team in the country, a breakthrough win over OU, and they advance. The Sooners fall down to the other side of the bracket. They'll play Oregon, an elimination game, Sunday night. Still